ng mga katagang yan sa atin. May unang nagsabing, gagawan ko ng paraan. May unang nagmahal sa atin bago pa man tayo nagmahal. At diyan naggagaling ang lakas namin. Noong 2010, 4 months into the job, bumigay na po ang aking puso. I had a heart attack and subsequently a 5-vessel, what do you call that, bypass. Dapat 6. Okay? Sabi ng doktor, give away na yung isa, so 5. Okay? Actually 7 yung barado. Tinanong ko sa doktor ko, may ganun ba? Kasi alam ko lang, triple. Pero tenista ako, kaya magis, kailangan 7. Mahirap ang operasyon. Pero kahit dyan, ginawa ng Diyos ng paraan. Unang-una, hindi ako namatay. Ang ama ko po ay namatay ng first massive heart attack niya. So papunta sa emergency room, kala ko ganun rin mangyayari sa akin. Pero sabi ng Diyos, masamang damo ka pa, mabubuhay ka. Unang-una, ginawa niya ng paraan na mabuhay ako. Pangalawa, ang isa ko pong malaking problema noon, ay saan ako kukuha ng pambayad? Kasi napakamahal, 2 beses ako nasa ICU alam ko napakamahal noon. Nasa yung operasyon pa, yung stay sa ospital, halos 1 buwan po ako sa ospital. Pero, ginawa ng Diyos ng paraan. Maraming kaibigan, maraming kapamilya na nagbigay ng kontribusyon at nakaraos din po kami. Nakabayad din po kami sa aming ospital. Pangatlo, maraming kaibigan na nagpakita ng kanilang concern sa akin. At naisip ko, mahal pala nila ako. So kahit dyan po ay ginawa ng Diyos ng paraan. Saan pa? Bilang pong isang government official, ang sweldo ko po ngayon ay siguro mga 1/6 what I used to receive in the private sector. At minsan, ang aking pong panganay na anak na mahilig sa music, sabi niya, Papa, can we buy a piano? Nasa mid po ako. Yung piano sa sweldo ko ngayon. At sa totoo lang, masakit para sa isang ama na alam ko na hindi ko kaya. So sabi ko sa kanya, pag-ipunan natin. So sabi ko, dahil nagpe-paint siya, sabi ko, baka ibang paintings mo pwede natin ibenta. Pero sa loob-loob ko, oh my God, pinapabenta ko na yan ako. It has come to this. 2 days after, my wife tells me over lunch, we can give Sam her piano. We can buy Sam her piano. I said, what happened? One, your mother, my mother, gave us a small amount, actually pang tulong sa tuition ng mga bata, pero covered na yon, so pwede doon sa piano. Pangalawa, may second-hand piano. At ang may-ari ng second-hand piano ay isang tanyag na pianist. So, nakabili kami ng piano. Nagkaroon ng piano si Sam. Hindi lang first-hand, second-hand, pero piano pa rin. Noong 2011, namumroblema ako kasi mag-high school na ang aking pangalawang anak. Napakamahal ng high school. Nakachamba, pumasa sa Philippine Science High School. Natatanda ko, nasa treadmill ako nung binalita yun sa akin, humagulgol po ako sa iyak dahil makakatipid na ako sa aking high school, sa pangalawa kong anak. Ang problema ko na lang ay yung nasa Ateneo Grade School. Hint, hint. At nagpapasalamat rin po ako sa aking asawa. Hindi ko alam kung may kaklase rito, kabatch, si Jingle Nicolas Rivera, Legal Management, Ateneo de Manila, 91. Dahil isa po siyang lukulukong asawa, na pinayagan ang kanyang lukulukong asawa na pumunta sa government sector at ipagsapalaran ang kinabukasan ng aming pamilya. Ito pong asawa ko ay ang aking asawa na nung nasa intensive care unit ako ng Medical City at bumibisita ang ibang kamag-anak at nagsasabing, o tama na, sinubukan mo na yung government job. Total, it's a thankless job. Mag-resign ka na. Itong asawa ko po ito, pag alis ng mga bisita, bumulong sa akin at sinabing, hindi ka nila kilala, no? Kung ang ibang asawa po ay pagkatapos ng aking operasyon ay sinabihan na ako ng mag-resign ka na, hindi po yan ang ginawa ng asawa ko. Dahil alam niya, gusto kong magsilbi. At siya na po ang breadwinner ng aming pamilya, hindi na po ako. Kaya po ngayon, pag nakakita ako ng TV, tinatanong ko na po, honey, pwede ba tayong bumili nito? So malaking pasasalamat ko po sa aking asawa. Wala po siya ngayon dito. Siya po ay pumunta sa Hong Kong kasama ng kanyang mga kaibigan. Break para siguro hindi masiraan ng bait dahil sa akin at sa aming mga anak. Siyempre, malaking biyaya ang aming pamilya, lalo ng aking mga anak na nagpapawi ng stress at kalungkutan at kabagutan tuwing hapon sa aking pag-uwi sa bahay. So ano ang natutunan ko sa Ateneo? Sa mga Heswita, ay, nawala yung A. Pwede rin Heswitik. Nawala yung A, sorry. At higit sa lahat, kay San Ignacio. Ito po, may unang nagmahal sa akin at patuloy niya akong minamahal at kinakalinga. At tulad ni Ignacio, ako'y tumutugon. Ngayon ay nilagay niya ako sa DepEd. Maraming mas magaling pa at karapat-dapat sa tungkuling ito. Pero parang si Bilbo Baggins, ako ang nilagay dito. Nangangalaga sa milyong-milyong mga mag-aaral. Ang tugon ko sa Diyos, opo, tinatanggap ko po para sa inyo at sa mga batang inyong minamahal. Gagawa ko po ng paraan. Thank you.
Thank you, Lino. Okay. So kung meron kayong mga tanong kay Yusek Rivera.
Lino, ako'y nagsasalita bilang testigo sa nagagawa mo sa Department of Education. Nung nakaraang halalan, umikot kami kasama ng mga medyo baliw din na atinista at nagtuturo sa probinsya ng Batangan na hintuin na ang vote buying. Alam naman nyo, merong nasunog sa vote buying na teacher. Pagkatapos, sinabi kong ako'y taga-atinista, siyempre mayabang na atinista, pinukumpisa ba't sira ulo din, nagsasabi ng tungkol sa anti-vote buying, may lumapit sa akin isang matanda. Lino, naalala mo, tinext ko to sa iyo. Sinabi ko, Sir, kung kilala niyo po yung atinistang si Rivera, hindi undersecretary, nadidinig po namin dahil sa kanya, ngayon po kami ay malakas na uloy ibalik ang dating kinagisna namin bilang mga guro. Ang nanay ko po ay guro, ayaw na niya ako maging guro dahil karamihan ng mga guro ngayon ay mga inilalagay lang ng mga tatakbong mayor, vice mayor, governor, at wala namang ginagawa, kadalasan absent. Pero po sa ginagawa ni Mr. Rivera, biro mo ang tingin sa'yo, kami po ay handa na uling maglingkod. Lino, bilang atinista, natuwa ko noon na ako'y atinista rin at may atinista nasa gobyerno.
Thank you.
Hi, Lino. Kaibigan ko si Jingle. Anyway.
Pero tayo magkaibigan, di ba?
Batch 80 po. Anyway, batch 80 po ako. Sama ni Sir Francis. Anyway, ang tanong ko lang po, concern, actually. Kasi, yung marami na po kasing nahihirapan magpaaral. Diba? Tapos, narinig ko, buti na lang yung sa aking graduate na, nagdagdag yata tayo ng mga taon. So, hindi ko po masyadong naintindihan yon, pero sa naririnig ko sa mga anak ko, it's a concern kasi pag nagpaaral na sila, mukhang dumami yata yung mga taon. Kasi, Galing po ako sa government school, Philippine Normal. Pagka-graduate ko, yung sister ko umalis na doon kasi nagbago na raw yung quality ng education. Yung brother ko, freak out na siya kasi talagang iba na yung quality ng education. Bumaba. Sabi nila, ang problema kasi, napansin namin, yung mga teachers po natin kasi galing din sa amin, sa Philippine Normal. And yung quality daw ng education nag-suffer. So kung dadagdagan po natin yung taon, yun yung concern namin mga magulang or mga magiging magulang, yung mga anak ko. Paano yun? Dadagdag pa tayo ng tuition fee. Alam ko, si Sir Armin galing ng Lasal. So yung anak ko kasi naglasal, dumami yung taon eh. Sumakit sa bulsa. So ngayon, yung mga nandun po sa government schools, dadagdag pa tayo ng taon, madadagdagan na naman. Yung mga, sabi nila, ang concern namin noon, yung mga nasa middle class, malaki na ang problema magpaaral. Bumaba na raw yung kanilang, nilalagay na nila ng government schools or public schools yung mga anak nila instead of sa mga Ateneo, sa mga ganyan. So ngayon, paano na po yung mga taong ganon? So lalo po yata tayong mahirapan. Paano po natin itong masasagot? Medyo malaking concern po ito sa amin kasi,
Okay. Can
Diba?
we have Yusek Rivera answer the question, please?
Okay, meron akong isang set ng PowerPoint para sagutin yan. Pero sabi nito net, iksi lang. Unang-una, merong mga international agreements, no, na nagmamandate na i-adjust natin yung ating school. Hindi lang number of years, pati yung curriculum. Pero sa number of years pa lang, talo na tayo. Kaya if you have relatives or family members who want to work abroad or who are applying for colleges abroad, you may know already that some of them have been asked to repeat 1 year or 2 years. Okay? Some of our OFWs are accepted in the jobs that they applied for, but at a lower level of salary because of our deficiency in the number of years of education. So, quick answer, isa, para hindi tayo madehado, kailangan umantay tayo with the rest of the world. Okay? Second, yung sinasabi nating nag-aaral sa private school, maliit na porsyento lang yan. I don't know the exact numbers, but I think something like 10%, 12%. The rest are really coming from the public schools. And most people in the public schools cannot even go to college. The K-12 program gives them a fighting chance. Yung 2 years in the public school sector for this larger segment of the Philippine population is free. And at the end of the 2 years, the objective is that they are already employable. Not like right now, they don't go to college or they do not finish college and yet they are too young to get employed. Okay. So you have a big unemployment rate. Yung sa sa curriculum, the 2 years is necessary to adjust the curriculum. If you have children in grade school, if you notice the curriculum is already being adjusted, the focus is on mastery of skills. And to master those skills, we have changed the way, the matter, the content, the pedagogy, as well as the thrust of the subjects. And that would entail the additional 2 years. In most private schools, though, they have not really added 2 years. In most private schools, they adjusted the levels and the curriculum. That's my quick answer.
I'm sorry, but we have to go to our last speaker because we only have a few minutes left. So thank you very much, Lino Rivera. Our last speaker, of course, is very popular, especially during floods. So please welcome MMDA Chair Francis Tolentino.
Good afternoon. Siguro for lack of material time, I'll shorten this to 5 minutes. I know a lot of you are interested, good afternoon to my co-panelists, and I know a lot of you are interested in hearing about traffic and everything. Just like what Mayor Joy said a while ago, I started my politics here in Ateneo. I think a month after school opening, I was in Cervini Hall. I was then living in Cervini Hall. I realized that I can run for student council. So kausap ko yung mga tiga Cebu, tiga Davao. So siguro doon nagsimula. And I asked them to vote. I asked them to vote. This is a secret. I asked them to vote, place just my name. So lo and behold, nanalo ata ako noon eh. Kasi single voting. Pero walang vote buying noon. So that started my entry into politics. But to go straight to the point, ano yung natutunan ko sa Ateneo? To think, to pray, and to be patient. To think creatively, to pray hard, and to be patient. Let me share just some examples relevant to what I'm doing right now. To be light, I'll start with the Metro Manila Film Festival, which I chair. When I entered that executive committee chairmanship of the MMFF, I realized that all the films, in fairness to the producers, all the films that they've been doing year in and year out are just for profit. So sabi ko, bakit puro ganito? If movies would reflect our culture and our current society, I think this trend has to be stopped. One, ang gusto nila, 75% of the gross, if a picture makes money, would be accounted for the Best Picture Award. I stopped that first day. Dami nagalit, walk out si Mother Lily. But I've been trying to really change the themes. Pumasok ako, shake, rattle, and roll, 11. The following year, shake, rattle, and roll, 12. Tapos shake, rattle, and roll, 13. Sabi ko, dapat tumigil na to. Wala nang pagbabago sa cinema. Enteng Kabisote, Agimat, and so on and so forth. Ang hirap, ang tagal. You have to pray, you have to think, you have to be patient. Finally, this year, December, I made a breakthrough. Wala nang shake, rattle, and roll, 15. Wala nang Agimat. Wala nang Enteng Kabisote. Would you believe? Yung entry ngayon for this year is the life story of Pedro Calunsod. Pumayag lahat yung producers. And for the first time, I'm now pushing forward the development really hard of the indie films and the participation of students. Last year, I launched the first Cinephone Festival. Cell phone, using the cell phone, about traffic road courtesy. This year, about disaster management. This year, meron pa kaming idadagdag. Malalaman nyo na lang siguro yon. But it takes a lot of patience, prayer, and creative thinking to realize all of this. Giving you more concrete examples. Last year, when on a Wednesday night, I gathered all the Metro Manila mayors. There is a felt need to really push forward to the clearing of the waterways. Informal settlement families, among others. Pero dapat gawin sa makataong paraan. Hindi lang dapat i-demolish, dapat yung paglilipatan mas maayos. There was a question raised by a gentleman a while ago concerning informal settlements. We have to realize that urban migration is an irreversible trend. By year 2050, more than half of the world's population will be living in urban areas like Metro Manila. So that Wednesday night, we gathered all the Metro Manila mayors. They agreed. Kailangan maglinis na tayo. Jesse Robredo was there. Sabi ko kay Jesse, tapusin na natin to. Iayos na natin na mas maganda. 1952 pa to. Pinapanukala ni Mayor Arsenio Lacson, hindi pa napatutupad. Pumayag si Jesse. Sabi ni Jesse, hintayin mo yung draft, papacheck ko sa'yo. Ang tagal ko hinihintay, that was a Wednesday. So Friday, lumabas ako ng office, 5:30, wala pa rin yung draft. 6 o'clock nag-fax pala si Secretary Robredo. pinapakomment ako dun sa draft, to start the clearing of the waterways. That was a Friday. Saturday, bumagsak yung aeroplano niya. So kami lang dalawa yung may hawak nung draft. So I have to start all over again. Ang hirap nun, ang tagal, to convincing again the mayors, convincing the new DILG secretary, DPWH, that this is a step in the right direction. That we have to do this, we have to do this cleaning up because it is right, it is proper, and it is for the common good. Several months passed. Pumunta sa akin si Mar at saka si Sec Babe Singson. So anong lakad nyo? Pwede bang buhayin natin yung draft circular? After 3 hours, 4 hours of meeting, pumayag yung dalawa. So na-craft uli namin, nagkataon merong media sa labas, paglabas sabi ko, pumayag na yung dalawa, magsisimula na to. So that's part of the creative process. We're now starting the cleaning up of the waterways because we believe it is for the promotion of the common good. Mahirap, matagal. Bus terminals. Ang dami nagrereklamo sa bus. Since 1950 rin, there were proposals to establish integrated bus terminals. Walang natupad, walang natuloy. 4 days ago, the President announced that he signed an administrative order for the relocation of the provincial bus terminals into 3 areas. Ang sabi nila, hindi matutuloy. I was asked by TV5 yesterday, matutuloy na ba ho yan? Ang sabi ko po, we intend to inaugurate August 5. May nakausap akong Chinese, sabi ng ibang Chinese, gawin mo ng August 6 para mas maganda yung feng shui. So for the first time, mahirap, matagal, pero magagawa. The bus operators, I convened them into a meeting. Ang sabi nila, Sir, ba't nyo kami ililipat? Binoto namin yung brother mo nung tumakbong congressman na panalo nga. Hindi naman yun ang pinag-uusapan natin. Ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, maalis natin sa EDSA yung 45 provincial bus terminals. And it will happen. Salamat sa boto ninyo, pero kailangan natin gawin ito. Next, concrete example. Naalala niyo siguro yung MMDA Traffic Navigator. Lumalabas sa yung app ninyo ngayon. In-upgrade na namin yan to have the MMDA Traffic Mirror wherein you can see real-time, real traffic situations. What we did then, at no cost to the government, is to have this innovation process, tech-wise, invite the participation of other groups, not knowing that our real purpose was to have a stable platform of collaboration. So yesterday, GMA 7 will be improving this for free. So eventually, we'll be seeing a more technologically advanced app for traffic application, traffic situations. And the way I look at this is thinking creatively should be based on needs and not ideas. For every social solution that we offer, I believe that the Ateneo education brought in me, molded in me, modesty aside, the ability to think as to what the needs of society is and would be, not just the idea. For instance, the recently announced 4-digit number coding. I got several negative bashing from the social media. It's not an idea floated. It was really based on a need that our road network, which is merely 5,037 kilometers of the whole Metro Manila, cannot and will not be able to accommodate the more than 2.8 million vehicles now plying the roads of Metro Manila. So, however unpopular, no matter how many columns coming from famous columnists would be hitting me, I thought, and I realized, I still believe, that solution, that proposal, is based on a need. Similar to the ISF clearing of the waterways, similar to the Metro Manila Film Festival adjustments, and similar to the other proposals which we will be announcing in the days ahead. One proposal probably, and you'll be surprised, it will be pretty soon, is I was able to convene all the billboard operators, and they all agreed for the first time that we will be having a uniform size for all billboards. Uniform size. And my only suggestion for them, which they accepted, is that a portion of that billboard frame, 30 square meters, would have a vertical garden. It will be rolled out soon along EDSA, along C5, and all the other billboards of Metro Manila. You will be surprised. This, I believe, came about because I tried, and I'm still patient. There is a room for bolder ideas, but there is a room for patience, especially when you're in government. And the patience that I'm doing right now was derived from the Ateneo education. I repeat it again. We do what is right. We show our concern for others. We try to make a difference because it promotes the common good. To be patient, to think, to pray, I think are lessons I got from my Ateneo education, and I hope, just like what Vice Mayor Joy said a while ago, that there should be continuing activities and fora such as this to remind us in government, the private sector, and all of us, that we are bound to live up to the Ateneo traditions. I end my statement to what I've been saying several times. I just spoke before thousands of Army reservists in Camp Aguinaldo. They'll be joining the cadre of MMDA rescuers. I've been saying all over again, after the Iraq War, first Iraq Gulf War, there was a gathering of families of U.S. servicemen. Some died, some amputated, some survived. But emblazoned in the shirts of their family members are two lines, which probably would summarize what all of us have been saying here. First line, all gave some. Second line, some gave all. Maraming salamat po sa inyo.
We have time for questions for Chairman Tolentino. Please.
Good afternoon. I'm Trina Tolentino. I'm taking currently my master's in Ateneo School of Government.
You're not related to the chair?
No, unfortunately. Chairman, we know all your efforts, all your very consultative way of trying to address the problem. But I'd like to also say this concern as expressed by several batches of back then, like your 70 batch in Ateneo, that why are these things being drastically done when actually you have already, there are laws which are not just implemented. I'd like to also address Vice Mayor Joyce Belmonte. Why don't you start implementing the laws regarding those colorum jeepneys and these tricycle sectors who are not really supposed to be there in the roads, but they are there because of franchises given by Quezon City Hall. Example is the Ateneo, the Katipunan area, just right outside Ateneo. We've been trying to solve this problem, but the concerns of jeepneys and